maximum.
Help.
Engaged.
Greetings everyone, to the Swimsuit edition of Skyrim. Well, it's not really a swimsuit, but there's not that much difference, is there? If you run around in your underwear, you get different types of comments, ranging from the lewd to the critical.
Either I'm drunk or you're naked. Possibly both.
This video has three objectives. Firstly, to show you what the female characters look like in their swimsuits. Secondly, to show you what the more scenic environments look like. And lastly, my first impressions of this game. Yes, we are going for a swim. This is the Swimsuit edition, after all. The environments are very detailed, and no doubt look good, but I still feel they could have given us even better graphical effects. I fear that they wanted to keep the look of the game similar to the consoles, so they gave us great graphics, but not spectacular graphics. The textures in some areas are not of a very high resolution, which brings down the overall quality of the game. The bodies of the characters have improved, looking more realistic with better skin tones, but still not as good as they could have made them. What can I say? I was expecting better, but I suppose my expectations were too high. But having said all that, this is still one of the better looking games out there at the moment. The only game that comes close to beating it is Crysis 2, with a DirectX 11 high resolution pack. I have to admit, this is a beautiful view, simply breathtaking. If you take a snapshot of this area, you could use it on a postcard, as the scenery is stunning. This is the PC version of the game, in case you didn't realize, and all graphical settings have been maximized, but anti-aliasing is off. At this high resolution, I don't think you need it, and besides, it would put a strain on my system when I record with Fraps. So what do I think of the game? Well, so far, I have not been disappointed, in terms of the gameplay. But a few minor gripes though. For example, equipping magical powers on each hand takes some getting used to, because you cannot equip a weapon on the same hand simultaneously. For example, when using a shield and sword, you will have to unequip one of them, in order to use a magic power. Alternatively, you could just rely on the drag and shout instead. Another thing, the quest markers can be a bit confusing, and sometimes they tend to disappear, even though they are showing as active in the quest log. But I'm sure they will patch all that soon enough. I am using an Xbox 360 controller, and I have had no problems so far. In the default control scheme, you have to press Y to jump and X to interact. I swapped these two buttons around, but I don't think you can do that in the console versions. I bought the actual PC DVD version of the game, but it appears to be a Steam version. When the game had finished installing, I was looking for the Skyrim shortcut on the desktop, and in the start menu, but simply couldn't find it. Turns out that you have to start the Steam application to actually run the game. A bit too controlling, in my opinion, but what can you do? I was quite surprised that this game is almost the same size as Oblivion. I was expecting at least 9 gig, not a mere 5.5 gig. One advantage of having the Steam version is that you get to unlock achievements, whereas normally you don't. I'm not really into achievements or trophies, but since I do walkthrough videos, it is good to be at least aware of them. I have only played this game for a few hours, but I can tell that this is a massive game, and it will take literally hundreds of hours to explore every location thoroughly. So if I do decide to do a walkthrough for this game, it will probably be just the main quest, with a few relevant side quests thrown in. Oh look, a bunny rabbit, but it nearly got trampled on by what looks like a reindeer. Anyway, time's nearly up, so please comment, thumbs up and subscribe, if you like this video.
Gonna get cold tonight. Might want to at least cover your delicates.
And on that note, we will finish. And remember, more gaming resources can be found at my website. So I will see you soon, goodbye.